Hi. So, you know that, right? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, happy Fata Morgana Monday, everyone. I never say Fata. Happy Morgana Monday, everyone. Sorry, that was my cat. What is she up to? Anyway, no comments. Let's go. Let's get into it. All right. I'm ready to get gaslit. Gaslit Simulator 5000. It's so horrible. Okay, all right.
There was a wall between them, a wall they could not cross. For if they did, it would mean the white-haired girl's death. No matter how much they yearned for it, they could not touch one another. So they did so within the confines of their imagination, envisioning it in as much detail as they could manage. It was sad, but sweet. A moment of pristine, untainted beauty. The two of them emanated serenity. As fitting as the word cursed might have been to the mansion as a whole, at the top of the observation tower, a pure bond was being shared. A fleeting moment between a young man with a cursed touch and a kind-hearted, beautiful girl. The dream did not last long, no, for God is quite cruel. They simply wanted to be together, that was all. Their wish was hardly unreasonable, only a quiet, peaceful life together. But misfortune was creeping ever nearer, its footsteps growing more and more pronounced. I don't actually know if they wanted that life. Like, I really don't anymore, you know? I'm not sure. Misfortune definitely being they accidentally touch each other somehow, or like he tries to save her, she tries to someone's gonna try to save someone, I feel. You know what I mean? Maybe they won't. I don't know. Maybe they're just straight up gonna kill each other. I don't know. Maybe that's the intention. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. Oh. What? Anyway. Okay, I was expecting whoever was talking to us to say something there. That's fine. I think the witch is my guess. Is someone at the door? The flow of time was hazy within the mansion's walls. They had little way of telling whether it was night or day, preventing them from knowing exactly how much time had passed. The white-haired girl had made a habit of climbing the observation tower every so often to see whether the sun was up, which allowed her to approximate the time of day. Consequently, when she heard the knock on the door, she was not aware of how deep the night was outside, that forest and beast alike lay quietly at rest. Oh, right. The stores in the cellar are almost exhausted. It must be this month's delivery. Not thinking it was worth bothering Michelle over, she made her way out of her chambers and headed for the entrance. Ooh, to her demise. There had only been a single knock, leading her to conclude that, as before, the servant had simply left the box outside the door. So without a second thought, she opened the door, and there was she saw a strange, vagrant man standing in the moonlight. His clothes were tattered, his bearded face bony and emaciated. She gasped, shrinking back several paces. The heavy door began to swing shut, but the man forced it open, glaring down at her with unfocused eyes and mumbling, "Are you the witch that'll grant people's wishes?" It was in that moment the white-haired girl realized she had been careless. The man had sought out the mansion because he believed the legend of the witch, and he did not seem particularly right of mind, either. Perhaps the result of wandering through the forest for several days, or perhaps it was because he was so beaten down that he thought to ask for a witch's help. In a word, he seemed mad. No, there is no witch here. Sure there is. Don't you lie to me. I can hear the witch's voice. She led me this house. I promise you, there isn't. Now please, be on your way. Have you any idea how long it took to find this place? How many days I've gone without food or water? And you're telling me to get lost? I don't know what you want from me. I'm happy to give you a little food, so please. Is there really no witch? There's no witch here. It's nothing but a legend. If she does exist, she doesn't live here. I see. And that means you're just an ordinary person. That's bad. I don't like that line. That's bad. Just a person. Just a girl. So there ain't it. Oh no, I don't like this. So there ain't a thing you can do. No, get away from me! What are you doing? Why waste time waiting for you to give me a little grub when I can just take it all? I'm starving here. I'm so... Okay, well maybe that's actually better than what I was imagining. I mean, cannibalism is bad, but like... Okay, I'm not finishing that sentence. Or the thought, really. I'm so hungry I could eat a human. You're about to commit a grievous sin. Are you not ashamed to act in defiance to God? God? If I believed in God, would I come begging to a witch? I don't fear him, and I sure as hell don't fear people. Who's gonna show up at a house in the middle of nowhere? Who's gonna call me out? Who's gonna stop me? No one. That's who. No one's gonna stop me, and no one's gonna offer me salvation. Ah, there's a thought. Okay, well, alright. That's really where I was hoping we weren't going, to be honest. Not that being bolded. Oh my god. What are you doing? What? There are other people here? Oh, I'm like nervous. Because like he could accidentally touch her, which is that's the big fear, huh? I mean, touch the other guy all you want, like murder him, right? He really deserves that, huh? But The white-haired girl lay pinned on the floor beneath the yelling bandit, pleading for help with her ruby eyes. As soon as Michel grasped the situation, he tossed his candlestick aside and leapt for the man. Oh, don't rumble, don't rumble. Oh, I'm nervous. The candlestick gave a sharp clang when it hit the floor. The impact extinguished the flame, bringing the mansion to near perfect darkness. Something glinted in the bandit's hand, and then... Oh, no, 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 because she can't help him. She can't help him. She can't help him. Oh, God. Without hesitation, he thrust it at Michel, sorry. Michel!
How stupid must you be to come at me unarmed?
In his hand, the man held a knife, its tip dripping with Michel's blood. Red spilled from the gash in his arm, the flow growing heavier with each passing moment.
You're the only other person here by the looks of it, eh? Perfect. I'll take you both out.
You...
What?
You don't appear to know whose house you tried to break into.
What are you on about?
Regret your ignorance to your very last breath.
You're messed up in your head, you madman. Hey, stay the hell back. Take one step and... Hand.
I inherited the witch's curse.
Let go.
Michel clutched the man's face in one hand. The man raised his knife to strike back, but...
What is happening?
The strength drained from his fingers, the knife falling to the floor. The man writhed in Michel's grip.
Give me face. I can't breathe.
Leave this place immediately, though you won't get far afflicted with my curse.
Ah, nice to know what happens if he accidentally were to touch the white-haired girl. Okay, let me peek through this really quick because I haven't looked at all in this conversation. I don't feel... It didn't look like there was anything.
It doesn't look like there's anything, but I'm gonna continue to glance. Yeah, okay. Helpless to fight back, nay, helpless to even consider fighting back, the bandit fled from the mansion in terror. In his wake, only the white-haired girl and a bleeding Michelle remained. I just saw a man's life drained from him, his face withering away, sucked completely dry. I didn't doubt him, but dear God, that was quite disturbing for you, I'm sure. No, not at all.
Sorry, thought my dog was up to no good.
It's my fault anyway. If I hadn't been so careless. Oh, your arm! We need to get that wrapped up. Please do not touch me. You mustn't touch me. The wound is hardly fatal. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. No, a degree of blame falls on me for saying nothing. Next time someone comes to the door, let me know. I'm sorry. Please, you don't need to apologize. I am... Well... Yes? For once, I'm actually proud of myself. Proud that I could use this terrible ability of mine to do something more than just take life. To protect someone I care about. So, like I said, please don't apologize. All right. Thank you. Michelle? I'm glad you're here. I care about you too. Thank you.
There's some nonsense my cats are up to right now. Sorry. Sorry this was ruined in some way. As in it wasn't sort of sweet at the end. Okay.
Had the flame of Michelle's candle not gone out when he threw it to the floor, he would have seen a heartfelt smile on the white-haired girl's face. And she would have seen a flush of red and an awkward smile on Michelle's normally blank face. He also might have seen a little glimmer on her cheek, where a few...
Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Where a few drops of his blood had landed. But alas, they had no light. God, frick. Something had to happen, huh? I was gonna say it was probably it probably had to be a slow death since it was so little and in such a way. The collapse of their happiness came slowly, gradually. Perhaps it was because she had touched his blood instead of his skin. But the deterioration of the white-haired girl's health crept along at a relaxed pace. The life was not sucked out of her in the blink of an eye, as it had been from the bandit. She merely grew progressively less and less healthy. Amidst her physical decay, she was bestowed with one blessing. Her beauty remained untouched. But as far as blessings went, surely there were others she could have been granted. So many others. He wouldn't have cared about that. So many others. Could God have not picked something a little better for her? By the time the two of them had realized what was happening, it was already too late. The white-haired girl had grown so weak, she could hardly leave her bed. Yes? Oh, you are there. I am. Thank goodness. I can't see very well anymore. How could this happen? I thought I had saved you, but no. I did the exact opposite. Please, don't talk that way. You You did save me that day.
But you're on the cusp of death now, and it's my fault. Because of this curse I bear. How could this happen? Why did this have to happen? What am I? Why was I given this body?
Michelle, can I, ask you a favor?
Go ahead.
Stay with me, please. As much as you can. Until the very end.
I was going to do as much anyway.
Thank you. I'm happy, Michelle. Happier than I've ever been. And I mean that. You didn't just save my life. You saved me. I've been saved. But only me. I wonder how he'll handle things when I'm gone. If only I hadn't opened the door that day. I wouldn't be leaving him all alone. And we could be happy together for even longer.
Yes.
Would you please hold my hand? I think it's probably safe now.
I will not. I cannot touch you. If I do, I might take what remains of your life. Take your beauty away and force you to die hideous. I cannot touch you. Boy, she's dying anyway. Who cares how she died? Don't do this to me. I'm on the cusp of tears. Come on, don't do this to me, game. Let's see what the backlog has. What? Oh, frick. I don't think there's anything else, but we're gonna go through this just in case. It doesn't look like it. This sucks.
Dark, dark, dark. It's dark. How long has it been dark here? How long have I been in the darkness? It's so cold here. Freezing. Where could she have gone? Where could she? She? Giselle, yes. Her smile shines so bright. It can cast away the darkness. I must take her hand.
Wait. This has been Michelle talking? Wait. What? 1 second. I'm trying to process that.
Her smile shines so bright it can cast away the darkness. I must take her hand. She's been calling for me for so long. Take her hand. But I'm cursed. That would kill her. No, no, no. This is a lie. All a lie. This is all a lie.
I need to go back and watch my videos. Because I can't really go back and see what all.
We once read a book by the fireplace.
Michelle's one of them. I wonder if that means I'm Michelle?
I mean, I guess that might make sense.
Sorry, that was a lot to realize.
Giselle, you're looking at Giselle.
Who? I think we're Michelle. I'm not 100% confident, but I feel like we are. The more I think about it. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am.
Interesting. Wait, sorry. Her? On his way back from the washroom several days later, Michel heard muffled voices. Got it? Good. He was having trouble making out what they were saying, but he could tell it was several men and they were outside the front door. The fact that he could hear them, oh no, and all through the heavy door meant they were probably shouting quite loudly. An indescribable sense of uneasiness came over him. Dread. He drew nearer to the door and focused on the voices on the other side. They grew clearer, enough for him to make out what the men were saying. Everything's in place. We're ready to kill this witch now. This is definitely the place. That half-dead bandit said she was in the mansion. Listen, well, no matter what we find in there, we kill it. It could be a child for all I care. That doesn't change anything.
I guess it makes sense that this, like...
That if this was going to be super romanticized, so, like, we would be Michel. You know what I mean? At least it's memory, you know? You know? That...
But what's fake? What's fake about this? Interesting. Oh, frick.
Kill the witch. Kill the witch! Kill the witch! Kill the witch! What he heard beyond the door was a group of men shouting for the death of the witch. In that moment, Michel regretted his decision to let the bandit go free and not watch over him until the moment of his demise. He must have made his way down to the village in search of help, where he revealed what he'd found at the mansion. Damn it. But it was too late. Regret would solve nothing. He could neither stop the villagers from raiding the house, nor could he stop the white-haired girl from dying to the effects of his curse. He was helpless to do anything. The gears of his fate had locked him onto a path of tragedy and were turning mercilessly onward. The men had begun trying to break down the door with what sounded like a battering ram. While the first strike was not enough to breach the barrier, it was still quite powerful. He was certain it would not hold for long. What's his plan? Michel's mind raced. Was there anything he could do about this predicament? How could he escape from the corner he'd been backed into? Despite his possessing inhuman powers, he would be powerless against a full mob of adult men. The villagers almost certainly came armed as well. Michel? A weak voice came from behind him. Aghast, he spun around to find the white-haired girl stumbling towards him. She breathed heavily, leaning against columns for support. What are you doing out here? You'll only worsen your condition by exerting yourself. I had a sinking feeling, and I heard voices on my way here. It seems that I have brought all my misfortune upon you. Don't say that. If I hadn't come here, this never would have happened. You never would have been in any danger. Please, Michel, hand me over to the men outside. Absolutely not. I will do no such thing. They're here for the witch, aren't they? I'm guessing they're the same people who were chasing me before. The village had a poor harvest this year, I hear. Like the village in the legend. And they believe it's the witch's curse. But you're not a witch. They need someone to fill that role, though. So please, hand me over, and then escape on your own. I could never. Please, Michel. I'm the one who's cursed, not you. And you want me to hand you over? What would I have left then? Nothing. Not a thing. I would have nothing. After so long, I finally found someone who isn't afraid of me, who won't run. I have no interest in a world that would take you away from me, make me live alone once more. To hell with such a world. Michel. Would you be willing to die with me? If that's what you wish, then stay with me until the very end. Bro. I probably wanted to hear that just as much as him. No, not probably. I did. I wanted to have someone at my side as much as him. It's so lonely not having anyone. To live alone. To die alone. Sorry, 1 second. I have a visitor. Sir, we have to behave. I'm kind of in an emotional state. Sorry, I'm glancing through this. Okay, no. To not have anyone watching over you. For no one to even know you're dead. I simply wanted someone to tell me they're here for me. To be there, to hold my hand. How wonderful that would be. The sense of utter relief it would bring would be enough to cast away all the pain, to allow me to accept all of our suffering. So please, tell me you'll... I mean, like, they gotta smooch if they're gonna die, right? Like, little smooch? Michelle and the white-haired girl chose to spend their final moments at the top of the observation tower. They could hear the crash of the battering ram against the door, the shouts of the men and their stomping feet. But despite all that, the ray of light shining through the little window was as beautiful as always. The room's air of serenity remained unimpeached. After the long climb to the top, the white-haired girl was terribly out of breath. Michelle considered several times offering her his hand, but the possibility that doing so might rob her of her last scraps of life stayed his hand. Sounds like they broke down the door. I'm glad we made it up when we did. Still nothing? Okay. I'm sorry for asking this of you. Don't be. I would have chosen here for my final moments as well. This is the one place in this mansion, with any sunlight, the one place I can get a good look at you. Thank you. I was like, why is her hair long? And then I realized his hair is long. It's the voluminous one here. It's probably why her hair is short now, actually. I'm truly glad I was able to end up here. That I was able to meet you. And more than anything, you said you cared about me. Have I managed to become an essential part of your life? Do you even need to ask? I wouldn't be here otherwise. I feel the same way as you. I'm sure of it. The two of us are more similar than you probably care to admit. Can I ask you one more thing? Go on. Would you... Would you embrace me? If this is to be the end, if this is to be my last chance, then I don't want to end without having been able to touch you. Please, don't refuse me this, Michelle. Just do it, please. I won't keep you waiting long. Thank you. The truth is, I always wanted this. I dreamed of being able to hold you. I dreamed of it too. Thank you. I'm so very... God, Fred. She's still so beautiful. What a cruel joke. Could you not have given us some other miracle? One that would allow us both to survive.
Where are you? Where'd you get off to?
I can't find her, damn it. Hey, there's some stairs over here. They lead up. Beneath the single ray of light, the white-haired girl lay completely still. Not even a frail sigh escaped her closed lips. She remained as gorgeous as ever. It was as though she had simply fallen asleep in the sunlight. Looking down upon her, Michelle determined to do one thing. I will not allow anyone to sully this sight. He gave a fleeting glance back at her pristine corpse, then opened the door and stepped through it alone. He would protect that room where she lay.
Oh, this is the scene in the very beginning, the first door. I remember this scene. This is when they found her body. I remember.
Hey, there's someone up here. So this is where you've been hiding, you infernal witch. Wait, that's not the girl. The raucous sound of their footsteps rang up from below. Shortly thereafter, the men themselves came into view. As he had expected, they were heavily armed. He glowered at the men, then sucked in a deep breath and shouted at the top of his lungs. I am the witch you seek. I've inherited her curse, and it is I who brings calamity upon you. You hear that? But he's a man or woman, it doesn't matter. Death to anyone who has ties to the witch. Cleanse this earth of all impurity. Kill him! Kill him! Michel did not flinch at the sight of the men. He stood unyieldingly between them and the door. He did not flinch when they raised their weapons against him, nor when they pierced his body. Die and take your curse with you. I have no need for this life any longer. It's all yours. I am cursed to kill even that which I wish to protect, but at the very least, I can protect one thing before my life is done. Not even one of you will leave this place, wither and die by my curse. The blood spilling from his skewered body flowed down the stairs, down and down like a little river, soaking the feet of every single man who would storm the mansion. This was the last thing he saw before the final grains of his life slipped between his fingers, which brought a faint smile to his lips. And this is the scene. Wait, what? What? 1 second. What? No, that's not what I thought. Is she... No, no, no. What? Bro. Bro. Bro, what the hell? Neither of them had expected what happened next, though, for God has a most twisted sense of humor. The white-haired girl had not miraculously passed away without being robbed of her beauty. Why am I still alive? She had rather not passed away at all. Quite cruel of him, was it not? Michel? Where have you gone, Michel? Michel? smell blood. Quite cruel of him indeed. For had he allowed her to die, she would not have been made to witness the scene that awaited her. No. And I am sure you know just what it was she laid eyes upon in that moment. The ravaged corpse of her beloved, a torrent of blood streaming down the spiral staircase, and the sickening stench it raised. No, why? And his was not the only body. The villagers who had assaulted the mansion had been subjected to his curse, the life drained from their withered shells. Why did this? Why? Why am I the only one alive? That is a question I cannot answer either. Bro. Perhaps his curse did not affect those he loved, as terribly cruel as that might be. I cannot say. Why, you said we would go together. A world without you has no meaning. Had she actually expended her life there, in the room at the top of the tower, perhaps this tale could have had a happy ending. She would have at least been able to have the man she loved at her side until her very last moments upon this earth. But that was not what had transpired. She had survived, been left utterly alone. I felt a profound pity for the miserable girl, so I called out to her. The witch Morgana.
I called the maid being the witch, at least.
It made sense.
That's so fricked. That's so fricked. That's so fricked. That's so fricked.
Would you like to see him once more? I have the power to help you meet him again. Who's there? Where are you? You know what they call this mansion. So, who do you suppose remains on these grounds? No way. You're from the legend. You actually exist. Now, I ask you a simple question. Would you like to see him again?
Oh no. I'm like pondering the implications of what the doors have meant.
The witch grants people's wishes, but at a price. I said I wouldn't ask for her assistance if I met her. But that's all changed. Now that I've lost him, if it's truly possible, then yes, I want to see him. Bring him back to life. Regrettably, I cannot directly meddle with the forces of life and death. However, I can guarantee you this. Your reconstruction. Reconstruction? Correct. To ensure that you remain as yourself in future lives and are not reborn as someone else, your body and mind shall be reconstructed. As shall his. If you sincerely wish to reunite with one another, if you genuinely need each other in your lives, you will eventually meet again.
How interesting. Where has he been in all of those lives? Where has he been? Because he would look the same too.
Where has he been?
I mean, the world's a big place, I guess. God. 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 Poor her, though. She has just been dealt a horrible life every time, huh? God.
All I can promise you is eternal reconstruction. What you make of it is up to you. You want to see him again, don't you? You want to hear his voice again, don't you? You want to feel his hand on your cheek once more, don't you? If that's what you want, then you must remain who you are. If you are simply reborn, that wouldn't be you. So there wouldn't be any point, would there? Me, as I am, and he, as he is. Make up your mind quickly. I will not wait long. I want to see him again. As you wish, sweet little girl. I shall grant you both eternal reconstruction, and pray with all my heart that you can attain true happiness. Frick. 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 Shortly thereafter, the white-haired girl took her own life. I was kind of I'm gonna be real. I had a theory before she said reconstruction. I had a theory, and I didn't like the theory, and I was really hoping it wasn't correct, and I'm glad to hear it isn't. I was, like, worried that maybe the men in her life, like, the main character, because the main character's always been a man, right? With white-haired girl is, like, an addition, right? Other than this, I feel like she was the main character versus Michelle in this. But I feel like it's always been a man, and I was nervous that maybe, like, parts of him were in those people. And I'm like, I don't want any part of Michelle being Bestia. I don't want to admit that. I was, like, nervous about that. Or, like, something where, like, she was told that he wasn't, you know what I mean? So, like, that would still mean that a part of him was I really just didn't want him to be a part of him to be Bestia, to be honest. Specifically Bestia, of all people. I was like, God, if he is Bestia in any way, I don't know that I can look at Michelle the same. Michelle's still perfect, baby. Michelle's still it, baby. Oh, frick me. Oh, frick me. Okay, I feel a lot better knowing that. Poor white-haired girl still had to suffer so many times, huh? All of her life. It's just every single one, huh? Okay. Shortly thereafter, the white-haired girl took her own life. She decided she had nothing to gain by remaining in the present time, and that in order to reunite with Michelle, she needed to make her way to her next life.
I wonder what the falsity... I'm going to, like, really rewatch next VOD, and then we'll have a big discussion about it after this, unless there's something else I really... Like, at the beginning of next playthrough, I'm just going to, like, we're just gonna have a big talk when I put, you know, maybe I won't put anything about it together, but I feel like, God, I wish I had a save there. Like, I could go through everything that was in the text log, because I really just need to see that again, in retrospect, that it's maybe Michelle and the maid talking, Morgana, you know what I mean? I'm 99.9999% positive that's her, right? But yeah. I mean, I guess it could be white-haired girl, but I don't think so. And, like, why are the memories wrong? And, like, why the gory blood? And, like, I don't feel like this is wrong, but it could be.
And thus, the mansion was left bereft of a master, to travel slowly through the ages until someone came along to give it life once more. Where has Michelle been?
Misty Manor. Chapter 4. This one went by fast.
But an unfathomable amount of time has passed, and the two have still yet to reunite. Have they, Master? You know who you are now, do you not? You remember everything, do you not? Still nothing. Okay. You were present in every single era. The reason for which is, as I described in the previous tale, Because you yearn to be reunited. Oh, maybe I am white-haired girl. Maybe I mixed it up. Because you yearn to be reunited with someone, but that person never showed up in any era. And that poor sweet you, having no memory of any of that, lived those lives with other. Yep. Okay, I'm white-haired girl. Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. Never mind. Sorry, I'm wrong. Apologies. Maybe I just wanted it to be Michelle because I know white-haired girl always comes to the manor. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what I wanted in the end. Oh, frick. That sucks. Poor her. Is it any surprise misfortune befell those eras then? The door swung closed, but rather than outside, you and the maid were inside the dull monochrome room at the top of the observation tower. The awe-inspiring ray of light shone not through the lone window high up upon the stone wall. Wrapped in a curious, impenetrable darkness, you both stood alone in the room. The maid wore a gentle but prettily cold smile as she looked straight at you. Maybe my theory about Giselle not necessarily being the white-haired girl is also untrue. Maybe I'm just wrong. I might just be wrong. It's okay to be wrong, you know? It's not your fault misfortune befell you. The only force to blame for that is fate. You were always so kind, so pure of heart. You had boundless trust for others and the goodness of people. You are the very image of all that is right. There is no greater misfortune than someone as pure and beautiful as you, being mercilessly thrown into the grinding gears of tragedy again and again. I still pity you for everything you had to go through, you poor, poor soul. You must be utterly exhausted, constantly betrayed, the man you were waiting for never appearing. After so long, your spirit worn down to the bone, you lost any and all awareness of who you even were. Who were you hoping to find, wandering into this illusory mansion, cut off from the real world? You and I are the only ones here. The man you seek is nowhere to be found. Why isn't he found, Morgana? Have you not figured it out? Then allow me to tell you everything. I'm the cursed witch, Morgana, who haunts this mansion. And you are the tragic plaything of fate, the white-haired girl named Giselle. Did my calling you master confuse you? If so, then I apologize. My habit of calling the master, or mistress, of the house master is quite deeply ingrained. And yes, that means precisely what you think it does. And I have accepted you as my new master. That I wish for you to remain here, to stay with me. So, let us put an end to this journey. Do not worry, there is nothing to fear. No. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I mean, she could be an unreliable narrator. It's possible. Because I know the last door was, like, supposed to mislead us, as we are seeing in the backlog, right? So she might be very much unreliably narrating to us right now. Nothing unpleasant will ever happen to you again. I will be here with you for all eternity, and I will give you my utmost care. You will not have to wait for anyone. Forget about him, the man you once sought. And I'm sure you shall find happiness. Please, do it for me. I've been waiting for you for so very long. I've wanted nothing more than for you to see you again. But you were continually stolen away from me, despite my sincerest desires to spend my days with you, which is why I wanted you to recall everything. For surely you would not willingly repeat the same fate. Yeah, no, okay, I don't know necessarily that she's lying to us now, but it's very clear that she is showing us things she wants to show us. Because I'm thinking back to the painting where she hid the key. She didn't want us to see that memory. For sure. She didn't want us... I'm going to look back at the memory. I'm going to do that first. She didn't
want us, well, not necessarily that she didn't want, but she didn't show us the mirror, which is something, right? Okay, 1 second. Load. I don't know. I think there's very much information she's leaving out, and I think that's very clear. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Let's go to the master bedroom. I feel like that has to do with this door, maybe. The door opened. Like every room in the mansion. Master. Bring out for swimmer. Come on, get up. Up with you. Okay, well this isn't this. See what I tell you. Well, this is probably the maid, I guess. Never mind. Who is this? Who she's talking about? Interesting. Okay, well that's definitely the maid. The hee-hee-hees I think are really, really telling there. Interesting. And, you know, a few other things. Can you say my name? You could not say her name. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know about that memory. I don't know a single thing. I just wanted to see if it was maybe linked to the other door. I don't know. If you knew all of the pain it has caused you to suffer thus far, spend eternity with me in the gentle embrace of darkness. The maid extended her hand for you. Her fingers brushing up against yours were as cold as ever, but her breath tickled your skin pleasantly, and her sweet words rang in your ears, filling you with warmth. You thought back on your time with her in the mansion. She had indeed always treated you with great compassion, and nothing she had said seemed to be a lie. Seemed to be, huh? She's lying by omission in some of these, for sure, without a doubt in my mind. And so, you pondered. What were you to do? Alright. So, this one definitely, most definitely feels like an ending. So I'm just gonna stick that there. Lock that. Lock that too. Just lock all of those, really. What is there is still more to be done? What is that? For me, I'm going to reject it. But also, I kind of just want to see there is still more to be done first, and then reject it, and then we're going to accept it. Because I definitely think accepting it is some ending of some sort. Something seemed off. Not only with the story she had just told, with her, and with you, yourself. Assuming everything she had said was the truth. Which or not, my mind is made up. Which will strike you first, I wonder? Regret or the curse? You seem to be doing just fine. Notice that this is Giselle. That's intriguing to me, because it sure didn't say Giselle in our story. Interesting, 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 interesting. You seem to be doing just fine. It's only a tale. The witch is real. Very much so. It's not a legend nor a fairy tale.
The witch is me. That's right. It wasn't the white-haired girl who had claimed to be a witch. And that wasn't all. Or do you mean to reclaim your old self, no matter the cost? If you do, if you're sincerely prepared to do that, then be wary of the tale that comes next. Any tragedy that seems too beautiful to be real is precisely that, a fabrication. None of your questions had been answered. You still didn't know who the painting was, or what had taken place so long ago that caused the mansion to summon people to it. You didn't even know who you were, for that matter. There was still more to be done. You had to find the truth. You needed to find someone. That much was certain. But was the story the maid had told correct about whom? And if it was... Is that the bedroom I just looked at a second ago, maybe? What about her? What about the woman?
Yeah, there we go. I'm glad I literally just looked at it. Okay, I'm glad I questioned it. The music's rising. Oh my god.
And what about the woman whose name you couldn't say? The woman who had cheerfully called you master. I wonder if the maid is pretending. If Morgana's pretending to be this maid, maybe. And maybe Morgana doesn't look like that. Or wasn't acting as a maid, right? Maybe she's trying, I don't know. We agreed that we would live together, not just in the same house, so we've got plenty of time to add more to the list. And I hope you can make your own list about me, too. This is just the beginning, after all. We've got a long, long time ahead of us. Plenty enough to get to know each other, no? You must say her name. You must take her hand.
I don't think I'm the white-haired girl. I think I was right. I think I was correct. Interesting.
You must make her smile once again. You mustn't reclaim your old self. Oh, this is the music from before. Sorry, not load. I meant to look at backlog. No.
Backlog's not gaslighting us now.
Okay.
It might not anymore, honestly, but I'm still probably gonna check here every now and then.
It's dark. Dark. It's dark. It's dark again.
This is what Michelle was saying before, huh?
It's dark. 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 Constantly. It's constantly engulfed in darkness. You threw it away. Every single time I must break out of this darkness. I'll give you a world that's not cruel to you. I must escape and take her hand. Because it's... Haha. The reason. I've got a wonderful idea. I came here. Constantly engulfed in darkness. I must break out of this darkness. I must escape and take her hand because that's the reason I came here. You threw it away every single time. I'll give you a world that's not cruel to you. I've got a wonderful idea. You can curse them with me. I must return. I must reclaim. We can think of new ways to torture them. Well, I'll be happier if you stay here. Just think about it. Stay here in this world. You'll be right at home. No. I did the best I could for you, nothing more. This is not where I belong. No matter how much a world of darkness may suit me, I'll never be able to do it. I must reclaim my true self.
Oh.
Okay. And I did save there. Okay, perfect. Alright. Just checking, because we're going to come back for that.
I'm just so interested in this.
Reclaim yourself? This is brilliant. Do you have any idea how terrible a decision that is? Do you have any idea why I fabricated that story? That was all for you. So stay here. Stay right where you are. The darkness suits you better. Clean yourself. Remember what someone told you not long ago? That you could handle the stories because they weren't your own? That you were able to bear the tragedies because they happened to others? If that had been your suffering, if the secrets you had kept buried away for so long had come out, you couldn't possibly have endured it.
We can't be white-haired girl. We can't be. I mean, we could be, but I don't think we are.
But you're a sharp one. I'm sure you intend to keep those secrets tucked away forever. Do you really think I'm going to let you do that, though? Whatever you try to hide, I'll make sure your beloved hears every last detail. How foolish can you be? Despite all my encouragement, you still insist on getting your old self back? What do you have to gain from that? Nothing but filthy, ugly tragedy awaits you down this path. Don't get your hopes up, my dear. There's nothing for you there. You have nothing. I'm offering you a place to stay by my side. You should just take it. There's no salvation for you anywhere. None at all, anywhere, from anyone, ever. She has long since lost all grip on reality. And you think there's anything you can do for her now? Despite having repeatedly failed to even regain yourself? Lost your grip on reality. I guess that's white-haired girl. I would imagine. Well, I suppose if you're going to be stubborn, as much as I don't want to, I have to place a curse on your soul. That's right. The white-haired girl was never at the mansion.
What? Who the heck?
There is still a story left untold. What? The fourth door was all a lie. What do you mean? It was not some sweet tragedy. The story you told was pure fantasy. No, that was the truth. That's where it all began. Because of what happened then, you spent innumerable years lost until you showed up here and... What? You reach out grasping for it. You pull yourself in. Your silhouette, which has been hazy until now, begins to take form. Your mind, your consciousness, your heart, your soul, and your body. Who are you? The veil in your mind dissipates. A crack forms in the shell encasing you. Then another. The invisible shackles chaining your spirit fall to the floor. Reality fades in atop the indistinct, foggy world around you. Bony fingers appear before your eyes. Long hair. Your voice. No. My voice. My body. My fingers. My arms are frail and my joints are weak. But despite my resemblance to the white-haired girl, I am not her.
Oh, okay. Maybe we weren't Michelle. Never mind.
This is who I am. I finally reclaimed myself. You weren't waiting for the white-haired girl. You were waiting for me. And that's exactly why I came here. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I always waited for the white-haired girl. There was never a white-haired girl. There was only... This time I must say her name. She is Giselle. There was only you. I am Giselle? No, I'm not Giselle. I am a servant of the house. I am the witch, the cause. You are not a witch. The witch is someone else.
That's it. What? Then I guess we are maybe Michelle.
Why do you insist that you were the witch? What changed you so much?
Oh. Oh, well, I was right about that being the maid, but... What?
The shadowy figure in the master bedroom. That was her. I was wondering why they kind of resembled each other, but like my brain was like...
To be honest, I was like, maybe they just drew them similar. To be real. To be fair, there hasn't been too many women in this story because the main characters have always been men and then white-haired girls usually there. Some variety, I suppose. Someone's there. I don't know if it's white-haired girl at this point. Someone's there that looks like white-haired. Could be her. I don't. Frick.
The shadowy figure in the master bedroom. That was her. A glimpse into her past. I'm sure this is Giselle, but why is she so different? What happened to the spark she used to have? Where did the light she once shone upon the world go? I have to remember. I must remember. This cannot end until I have. This is no longer a story. No. What I need to face is my past and her heart. She was not even present in the story she made up.
I was wondering why the maid wasn't there.
Everything about it had been changed. The past I live and the wounds she bore were more grounded in harsh reality, not wrapped in a film or fairy tale magic. That was the final tale, and it was all true. That's how it happened.
I'm wondering if I should change my voice. I'm like confused about how I'm doing this now, about the voices, to be honest.
It was a bittersweet story. No, how can you not see this? Yes, it was a beautiful tragedy, but was there even a scrap of humanity in it? Behind the 3 preceding doors, there had been a constant thread of ugliness and conflicting motivations. But there was hardly a trace of that behind the 4th door. The characters felt nothing more than characters. They didn't have any imperfections. You're right. They were just cursed into like this harsh reality, but none of them, like, I don't know, even like the good characters in all the stories had like imperfections to them, you know? Is that what you want to turn into? Is that what you want our history to become? Our history? But I don't remember anything at all. I don't remember anything. No. I don't want to. I don't need a past or future. All I have left inside of me is uncertainty. Giselle. No! That's not my name. Please stop trying to confuse me. I'm fine with things the way they are. If it means I don't have... I see. If it means I don't have to hurt, that's all I want. So please just let me keep being the maid. Let me keep being a guide, not some foolish girl. Is that honestly what she honestly desires? Does she want to cast aside her past for good? If so, then...
Oh. I don't know. Oh my god, this one's... Oh, nope. No. This is a hard choice, to be honest with you. No, frick it. It ain't an option. Frick it. No.
No matter what she says, I know I'm right. And if she doesn't reclaim her old self, I'll never get to hear her say my name again. know I'm being selfish here, but I can't do that. If you're afraid of what you might find, we can remember together. I haven't gotten everything back yet myself, so let's open the real door. Together. There are no other doors to open, but there is one that can only open by our hands, because it exists between the two of us. Not a door with physical form, but the door... Oh, that's a little corny, isn't it? But the door to your heart. The door to... I grasp her naturally cold hand. A hand that long ago once had warmth. If she can't lead the way, then I have to. I must pick up the pieces of our erased history so we can both reclaim ourselves. Find the actual truth. No matter what we may uncover, I will not let go of this hand. No, I mustn't let go of it. Darkness falls over the world around us. The floor upon which we had been standing flickers out of existence, sending us dropping into an endless abyss. This dark pit. This is her door. Her history. Her heart. Let's try this one more time. It's not a sweet story by any means. It's a story of betrayal, anger, hatred. We caused each other pain, but that's the road we traveled. And down that road lies all the answers. Take the first step towards uncovering the truth. Reclaim yourself. The fourth door. I like that it just says the fourth door. Oh! The fifth door. Whew! 1099. What was the year before? Was this the same year? I need to look that up. Interesting. I'd imagine it's the same year. I don't think that's changed. Rose, huh? This is the memory in the mirror that I saw. This is it. Okay. This makes way more sense why there was a discrepancy there. Okay. I understand. I understand now. I'm understanding. That was eventful. Wow. I got really sucked in. Oh my god. I don't know that I have anything to say. That's just so many, like, twists, like, all at once uncovered. We're definitely Michelle, without a doubt. I don't know what Michelle did. I'm kind of sad. I thought it was perfect boy, but that's not reality. You can't really be perfect boy. You know what I mean? No one's perfect. Not even white-haired girl. Except she's not real, I think. I'm not quite sure what's going on with white-haired girl, or the maid in the stories. But Giselle ain't white-haired girl. I was right about that one. I was right. I was also right about her saying she's Morgana, I guess. But I don't know if Morgana is some separate entity and now she's pretending to be her, or if Morgana never really existed. Or, I guess if Michelle is Morgana all along, maybe. I don't know. What happened to keep her alive? What happened to have him be like this? Where are those gross blood noises coming from? That's what I like. Where are the gross squelches? I need to know. I need to know that one. I'll find that out eventually. Or I won't. I don't know. Maybe that's just there. Frick. But why the white-haired girl stories? And why the maid? And who is the maid versus the white-haired girl? And are they actually the same or different? Is the white-haired girl not even a real thing? A figment? An imagination? We made it up? It's not real? It's fake? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Or we won't. I don't know. Fifth door, though. Fifth freaking door. Frick. Okay. Okay. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Wow. What a door. 4 was a lot. Post 4 was a lot. Wow. I'm thinking we go back and get that ending also. I think that's the plan. I just got so into this bit. I think maybe we start next playthrough with that. Or just go into, I don't know. We'll see if I remember. There's a couple different things I can do there, which is really interesting. Like a lot of different options. And I imagine maybe those are different endings, but we'll see. We'll see for sure. All right. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Socials are down below, as always. You can check out my Twitch if you want to see me live like 3 to 4 times a week. Sometimes 5 if I'm feeling spicy. I don't know. I'm playing through Final Fantasy VIII right now if you want to see that. The VODs will be up here eventually, though, when I catch up. But, or throw me a follow here. That'll mean more to me personally. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Okay, I'm going to go. This was a lot. This was a lot. This was good. This was good. This was good for us. I think this was good. This was healing. This was healthy for us, you know? Was it healing? I don't know. I'm still pretty hurt. I feel like maybe the store will hurt me more later. Okay. No, I'm done. I don't know. Fake Giselle hurt me a little bit. Now time for real Giselle. Now for real Giselle. Okay, why? Why is she a maid? Why is she a maid now? Why'd she say she was a maid in the memory? Okay, I'm gone. Bye. But like, why? No, I'm for real gone.